All right, guys, so I'm going to react to this Joe Rogan clip compilation on the Joe Rogan Reddit. Now, the name of this post is called Clip Compilation of Bobby Attempting Multiple Times to Steer the Conversation Away from Joe's Political and Culture War Rants. Bobby just wanted to goof off and make jokes, and the serious vibe was stressing him out. So we're going to watch this clip. I'm going to break it down, so don't get mad.
And he's only saying whatever the they write down for him. The whole thing's nuts. It's like, who's deciding what happens and doesn't happen? It's not that guy, right? So if it's not him, who the fuck is it? Is it the Secretary of State? Is it the press secretary? Who's is it the military industrial complex? Are they completely at the helm? Will they ever let control of that wheel to anybody else now that they have it?
Is it the shit you think about when you lay in bed at night?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the do you sleep?
Sometimes I don't. That's a real problem at night.
Yeah.
At night, I have
a lot of these problems don't matter to him. He lives in a freaking mansion. You know, you're not going to see Joe Rogan in your local liquor store, you know, or your 7-Eleven or anything like that. Like, a lot of these things that he worries about, he's cool. Like, oh, if food runs out, well, I'm Joe Rogan. I know how to hunt.
Most anxiety-filled moments about this stuff. I've talked about it openly.
Wow.
Like, I'll really freak out at night because I legitimately think we are 1 or 2 events away from living in the Stone Age again.
Oh.
And I think it could happen in our lifetime, and it could happen to you and I.
Isn't that what Joe wants, to be living like a caveman again and being primal?
Crazy 800-pound silverback bursting through the tree. All they need is your phone number.
Yeah.
But hey.
But Joe, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
What? Can't you just shut it off and not? I mean, there's so many people in this country just walk around and they just don't. All these things that we're talking about right now, they don't think about it. They just live their lives. Don't you think that that's a happier life or no?
It depends on whether or not your voice actually matters.
Yeah.
He's a journalist.
Joe Rogan got the voice, man. He stood up against the biggest bully, Carlos Mencia. Probably couldn't sleep for a couple days knowing that he's been stealing bits, so he had to do something about it.
Who are you? I'm somebody important enough that he had to end the show by saying Carlos been stealing. That's who I am.
Yo, bro, how difficult it is for cops. You don't know that nobody supports cops. You don't know that nobody. If someone steals a rip from a song, that shit's in the news constantly. Yeah. Motherfuckers steal shit and make it on HBO. They steal shit, they put it on television.
I just feel so stressed out right now.
You should.
Why?
Because that's the reality that we live in.
It's stressing me out.
That's the reality that we live in. We live in a very dangerous, complicated world.
Yeah.
Hell, yeah. What I think, man.
Okay.
I think evil's real. And I think evil exists in many forms, and it exists in callous disregard for loss of life for profit. That's evil, right? And that's a real thing. Like, you could say evil is the devil. Here's a little lighter here, buddy. You could say evil is Satan, and evil is demons, and evil is, you know, exorcisms and shit. There you go. Look at that, baby. But also, evil is profit over human life. They just have...
Is he talking about Dana White here, or what is he trying to say specifically, huh? I mean, anybody can be evil. Evil!
I shall call him Mini-Me.
Anybody can be evil, man. Some people can consider Joe being evil. I don't.
There's no other option for them to work.
But there's a powerlessness that one feels. Like, what is little Bobby Lee going to do about any of this? So it's like, a lot of times I'm just like, you know, everything that you said, I'm with you, but I'm just saying that, like, it stresses me out.
It should.
Yeah, and I want to walk around a little bit more free, and you know.
Hey, you deserve that.
Yeah.
You're a comedian, man. You provide laughter and you help people, and if it's f***ing you up, knowing about all this shit that's happening in the world, that can get in the way of your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like, if it affects you, you go protest. If it affects you, you do a podcast and talk about it. You know, there's several things you can do.
Well, it just stresses me out. You want to talk about the movie?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the movie I'm promoting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your movie, Bobby?
Oh, I'm barely in it. And they're making me, you know what I mean? But it's like,
But they're making you do promo and you're barely in it?
well, I have 4 scenes.
What's it called?
It's called Drugstore June.
What's it about?
Anyway, really good to be here.
Great to have you. You
So-
want to
so-
leave? You can bail if you want.
You're gonna keep going?
Yeah. Keep going, Gloria.
Why?
What? We can stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
No, we're talking.
2.5 hours is
That's good enough.
that's huge.
That's plenty.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, we've been going for 2.5 hours. You guys know Bobby, he does like an hour and a half at best.
But if I leave, you're gonna keep going?
No.
All right. Let's just stop now.
Okay.
So the next time I have other things I want to talk about.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, thanks
Bobby.
for having
It's
me
a
on.
beautiful podcast.
So great.
It was beautiful.
Thank you so
It was
much for
perfect.
having me.
My pleasure, brother.
Watch the Drugstore June.
Most of the time, they're just going to do an hour and a half. But you know, Joe, he's going to go on for maybe even 3 or even 4 hours, which is like nuts. I mean, 4 hours, 3 hours of talking. Come on, bro. Like, wrap this up.
So now that we cracked our ice and we did this, we'll do them more often, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, 100%. And
Yeah.
please consider moving here, man. You'd
I
be
know.
an awesome addition.
It's a thing.
Like I said, Theo's considering it. Paulie's considering it.
Look, Bobby going on it. It's been a long time coming, and now he's got the invitation again to go again. And then you see right there in the end also that Joe was asking him to move to Texas because, right, he's the sheep herder, or Moses. So he's going to go and tell all these other comedians to come to the promised land of Austin and make Austin LA. That's it, guys. I'll see you guys for another one. Like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this down below. Bye-bye.